Why is it so important to heal our inner child and our inner teen? The reason is when people are talking about going into your subconscious and like healing that's how you do deep internal like shadow work. That's usually from childhood and your teen years, because up until the age of 7, that's when we're getting programmed. That's when we're like hearing how we should act, how we should be, how other people perceive us, and like putting all these lenses on top of us. And so from childhood, back in our subconscious, that's where all the behavioral patterns and the triggers come from. A lot of times, not all the times, but most of the time. And so we have to get to the root and heal those things. And so if you're dealing with like self-confidence, self-esteem, self-worth issues, like take a look at like how that impacted you when you were a child. Now, some of that stuff can come on like later in life, like if you're like in abusive relationships, narcissistic relationships, not even just romantic, but like with friends and stuff. But most of the time you've seen that stuff as a child, and so that's what you naturally gravitate towards because it's a trauma response. It's like, oh, I know how to navigate this, I've seen this. And so it's like a comfort zone thing almost. And so that's why we have to go in as the higher self, as us right now, who has the toolkit, and go in and help heal the younger versions of us, because they're the ones that are still projecting those things. I always recommend, if it's your first time working with your kids or your inner teen, little kids don't like talking about trauma. Okay, it's scary and it's a lot. And so what we can do is like go in and start building a communicative relationship with them and building trust and love, and that they're safe and protected, seen and validated. So you can go in and say like, hey, how old are you? Do you want to go by my name? Do you want to go by a different name? What can we do that's fun together? And just start spending time with them. And it really starts opening up those lines of communication. And they're like, oh, this is somebody I can trust. Because it's still you, but it's a different you. Like, you're at a different consciousness level than them. And so just like you have a higher self that's always talking to you, you need to be the higher self to all of them in here. One way to do this is do guided meditations on YouTube to connect with them. New Horizons has so many, and they're so wonderful. She has this very like lovely, safe energy, very grounded. If you feel like you're still dealing with like generational trauma, or you need some extra support, check out the links in my bio for soul alignment sessions. I love working with people and their inner children and helping them feel loved and seen and validated and safe. If you have any questions, leave a comment, and I hope you and your inner child have a very magical day.